April 10th, 2019, at the Barclays Center was the last time Dion Waiters laced up his shoes and played in an NBA game. It's almost been 9 months. How did it get to this point? Waiters was a promising 4th overall pick of the 2012 NBA draft and played well enough to secure a 4-year, $52 million contract in the 2017 offseason. Fast forward 3 years, Waiters is barely holding on to a job. Where did it all go wrong for him?
He's against Andrew Wiggins. Drove in, drew the foul.
He's grabbing his leg. Waiters says,
Oh boy.
his ankle.
The left ankle of Dion Waiters. Oh my.
It was during March of 2017 when Waiters severely sprained his left ankle during a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was forced to miss the last 13 games of the season, and it had severe repercussions on the Heat organization. Waiters was the Heat's 3rd best scorer, 2nd best playmaker, and the primary reason for the Heat's massive turnaround. Remember, the Heat during the 2016-17 NBA season started the season 11-30. Behind a healthy Waiters, they went 23-5, only missing the playoffs on the last day because Dion was unable to suit up for the last 13 games of the season, which the Heat went 7-6. So understandably, the Heat locked up their promising guard to a 4-year, $52 million deal in the offseason. What they failed to do is realize the severity of Waiters' ankle sprain. Waiters just played 30 games the following season before going under the knife for that sprained left ankle. The recovery time was long, as the next time we'd see him on the court would be over a calendar year later. When he finally returned, Dion looked very different. Dion looked as if he ate Dion, and as you guys know, this didn't bode well with the Miami Heat, an organization that values conditioning above all. So the solution was integrating him into the lineup slowly as a bench player with reduced minutes. Dion publicly voiced his displeasure about this, but was just told to be patient and that his time will come with conditioning. This all came to a tipping point on January 15th when Dion only played 11:56 in a 38-point blowout against the Bucks. In the postgame, he'd go on to have an expletive rant on how he's been patient and deserves to be in the starting lineup. The Heat responded by finding an undisclosed amount for conduct detrimental to the team. When Dion was questioned about the finding by the media, he stated it was the truth and had to be said for his own sake. Erik Spoelstra, when asked about the situation, emphasized decisions are made based on the team's best interest, not on Dion's best interest, and followed up by saying all Dion can do is work hard, earn the opportunity, and make the most of it. And he did. 2 games later, coming off the bench against a Bulls team, he logged 21 minutes and was vital in their win, going 9 of 13 from the field and 3 of 7 from the 3-point line. What ruined it though was that night he went on Instagram and took a veiled shot at his coach when replying to a fan. Not the smartest move. Dion did eventually get back into the starting lineup, and the Spo-Dion relationship did seem to cool off in the public eye as the season dwindled. The quiet relationship continued throughout the off-season. Few mutters were heard, but nothing negative. Erik Spoelstra and Pat Riley in an interview offered encouraging words to Dion and stressed the importance of conditioning. Dion responded to this challenge on Twitter, tweeting he'll be grinding all summer, and it seemed, for a moment, the Heat-Dion relationship was on an upward trajectory. That started to unravel in a preseason game against the Charlotte Hornets. After a stellar shooting night, Waiters voiced he wasn't a fan of his current role and the minutes he's been receiving, but acknowledged conditioning was a factor for his reduced role. Nothing to this, right? Waiters took a mature, professional approach to his situation. His professionalism, though, didn't last. On the last day of their preseason schedule, Dion got into a heated exchange from the bench with Spoelstra. The Heat suspended him for 1 game under the pretense of conduct detrimental to the team and released a statement stating Dion engaged in numerous unacceptable incidences in the week which brought forth the suspension. This prompted this reaction from Waiters, going on Instagram and suggesting Spoelstra is a terrible coach. And on top of that, liking comments of him being traded or waived. The Waiters saga doesn't end there. Still not having appeared in a game all season due to behavioral issues, on November 7th, it was reported during a team flight to Los Angeles, Waiters overdosed on THC-infused gummies, a substance prohibited by the NBA. This earned him a 10-game suspension without pay. That would be followed up by a 6-game suspension for telling the team he was unavailable for practice because of sickness, but later posting on Instagram him hanging out on a boat. Dude, really? Just stay off social media. Ultimately, Dion's health and unprofessionalism has led him into basketball purgatory. April 10th, 2019 may be the last time we have ever seen Dion Waiters play in an NBA game. That concludes the video. Make sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on so you guys can watch the content as soon as it drops. This is Earn Your Ranks, where we only talk about ball. Signing off.